Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be going over Witcher monsters and where they're from in real life.
But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sick their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Crones.
We shall forgive you this transgression, for you've done well. Your children are plump as piglets, sweet as caramel.
The Crones are a trio of witches of unknown species who inhabit and essentially rule the swamps of Velen in Temeria. At one point, they abduct Ciri, and the three sisters can be battled by her, leading to the deaths of two of them. While trios of witches are fairly common in pop culture, most, including the Crones, get their origins from the Weird Sisters from the Shakespeare play Macbeth. The Crones' bestiary entry even references to a fictional play, Macbeth. The Crones' monstrous appearances are also inspired by Baba Yaga, a recurring figure in Slavic mythology that takes the form of a warped old woman often capable of magic.
You've not seen her long. She's changed for the worse.
Why'd she attack you?
She's no longer the girl you once knew. Wrath consumes her.
Vampire.
Well then, try Witcher.
Vampires are a well-known mythological creature from the real world, and in The Witcher, they're equally famous, but not quite as homogenized as real vampires have become. In the world of The Witcher, vampires come in a wide variety of forms, with the higher vampires being more akin to the most famous depiction of bloodsuckers, with human-like forms such as in Dracula, albeit able to transform their appearance to a more bestial one. Others include the bat-like Nosferat, whose origins align with the real-world Nosferatu, as well as the Alps, whose preferred method of feeding on the sleeping mirror their Germanic counterparts. There are too many varieties to list them all here, but regardless, vampire lore is deep no matter where it's found. Godling.
I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
Godlings resemble children, but while they can be childish in their love of mischief, they're usually far older than kids. Despite causing trouble, these intelligent beings can be befriended in the Witcher series, provided certain choices are made. The Polish term for godlings is bożątko, which is derived from uboże, a mythological household spirit akin to a hobgoblin or puka, a common mythological creature throughout Europe. Godlings are also often tied to a specific territory like their real-world inspirations, but unlike uboże, they seem much fonder of body paint.
Peter Piper picked Prince Proximo a pack of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a cloth.
Succubus.
Have you come to kill me?
Dunno. Wanna talk first? Why'd you kill those guards?
Succubi and their male counterparts incubi are horned, humanoid creatures that are very attractive and who feed on the energy of humans, often through dreams, wherein they seduce the sleeper, which can result in death if the, exertion is too much. The succubi in The Witcher are capable of magic and are quite physically strong. Yet, unlike most monsters, they can be reasoned with, or at least seduce themselves. Succubi and incubi appear in many cultures' mythologies and generally resemble those found in the Witcher series, albeit with more of a demonic origin.
Very well, take this. And this, because I'm furious with you. Though I shall calm down once I'm away from this place.
Berserker. Also known as werebears, berserkers are warriors from Skellige who can transform into bears. Berserkers can either be born or made through certain potions or curses. Whatever their origins, they're still vulnerable to silver. In Old Norse, berserker literally means bear coat, and they were held to be uncommonly strong and fierce fighters. The origin of their connection to bears may be due to the fact that many wore bearskins to show their prowess. Either that or they worshipped bears as part of a bear cult. Or it could just be that their ferocity evoked the animals so much that people thought they could actually turn into them. Leshen. Forests in the Witcher games can be terrifying, in no small part due to Leshens. Blending in with the trees around them, albeit with a deer skull instead of a head, these terrifying beings will attack Geralt and the player with tree limbs and roots, while also summoning the beasts of the forest to aid them. Their names and home environments are derived from the Leshy, a kind of Slavic mythological figure who guards forests, but not quite as violently as Leshens do, being more prone to mischief and misdirection. The Wild Hunt.
First you, then her.
In The Witcher's third game, these titular foes are a ghostly army of elves from another realm who are believed to be a sign of death and conflict. In actuality, they seek slaves to serve them in their dimension and also show an interest in Ciri's Elderblood. In European mythology, the Wild Hunt is actually much the same in its broad strokes, acting as a supernatural harbinger of death and doom, with its members often said to be the souls of dead warriors. The real Wild Hunt is also associated with the Norse god Odin, though it has had many supposed leaders. Its members are sometimes thought to be elves as well, although whether they're from another world is unclear.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.